Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This one is going to be on the Dragon Flash Feud. Before we get into that, the Champions community lost one of its own recently, Nathan from Unstoppable passed. I'm not sure as to the details. There is a GoFundMe that's been set up for his family. I will post the link to that in the description, as well as there was a tribute video made to him and some of the work he did on avatars and recruitment posters and stuff like that. And I will post a link to that YouTube video as well. So if you want to check those out, that will be there. The community is doing some cool stuff, and happy to see that. So want to be a part of that and help support that and stuff. If you want to get one of the badges like you see on the right of my screen for your avatars and stuff, if you contact your faction leaders, I'm sure they'll have access to it. Otherwise, my server, Mherex Gaming, you can get it, as well as the lounge community server will have it as well, or you can just message me on Discord or anything like that. So Nathan was a vital part of the community, and he will be missed. Getting into the Flash Feud portion here, it's an interesting feud. The line bonuses aren't as powerful or as good, I would say, as normal. Also, the fill bonuses are really tough. The top one, almost no one is going to have Steamboat. And the bottom one, 2 male Hall of Fame characters, is pretty rare, so a lot of people aren't going to have that either. Minimum you can bring is 5, so you have to bring at least 5. And I think depending on your best 5, maybe filling a lane for a fill bonus maybe is not the best case in this scenario, depending on who you have. Obviously, if you can do the top one and then you have a striker like Harper, Volkov, or NWO Hart taking advantage of the multiply gem damage and the war score, kind of nice. Not amazing, not super strong, but it's okay. Bottom row, generate 2 additional gems plus 2 submission turns. I mean, that's nice, but it's not amazing. So I don't feel like this is necessarily the row to fill. Extra sub turns isn't going to make Feud really faster. Generate 2 extra gems is pretty nice though, so that's certainly useful. That being said, this middle fill bonus is pretty strong for some guys. The 40% damage should work on both moves and gems, and then of course there's 100% finisher damage. Acro Ricochet with the multiplies is going to take advantage of that 40% bonus on the multis. Pretty nice. Striker Booker T, I'm not sure. I've always ran him the power gem build. I'm not sure how viable the green moveset with the black finisher is in Feud. I know it's not turn 1, so I don't know that necessarily if you just had Booker that you would fill this line for him. Now if you had Booker and Ricochet, or Booker Mr. T, maybe. So it just kind of depends on what you're running. I feel like Mr. T's red set is potentially pretty okay. The finisher is going to get buffed to 60k and then another 40%. The red moves are each going to be 40%. So I'm going to give it a try and see how it goes with T. For the bottom row, really this one is a modern row, so you can throw your best modern guy in there. There should be a lot of options for you to go with. The other row is modern showboat, I believe, or is it? No, it's any showboat. So you're probably going to see some Dango, but a lot of Z-Kane, I would imagine, in this slot. Maybe some Slick Rick, and that kind of stuff. Possibly some Junkyard Dog. It's probably what you'll see. As far as perks go, this is the last feud of the month. So you're not getting nearly as much bang for your buck if you buy perks now. I would roll with what you have for the most part. Maybe if for some reason you're using a ton of multi-gem guys and you only needed one more rank to max it or something, I don't know. I feel like with these line bonuses, they're kind of a trap to get you to fill sometimes. So, if you don't have a really good one to fill the middle row, don't bother. Just bring your best 5 guys. But if you can fill it and fill it with some good guys, then okay, take advantage of it for sure. MP up perk is going to be very useful because everyone's going to take advantage of it. I have that one, and the only other one that I'll be using is rank 2 of the MP. They're not the MP, but the gem generation one. I get that one mainly to counteract if they're have the max rank of that, and they're making it so you can't generate gems. That's mainly why I get that one. So I only go to rank 2. So those are the perks I'll be running. My blast gem perk isn't going to be useful in this particular flash feud. It's not worth it to me to spend to unlock any other perks. So I'm just going to save that. That was probably my recommendation, unless you can't do your 1% in your faction and you don't have fuses and stuff, and you're just going to have to feud a ton. Then you're probably going to have to spend money on perks and stuff. But really, I think picking your 5 best guys and going into it with them is going to be important. That being said, there's going to be some problem guys you need to watch out for, and you should try to have an answer for them. Acro Ricochet, you're probably going to see a bunch, and probably with the line bonus, so 40% higher gem damage. So you're going to want to counter for him. So use the multiply gem coaches. So if you have a striker, Carmella fits that bill. So Mr. T is who I'm going to counter Ricochet with. It's going to completely nerf his multi-gems. So that's the route I'm going to go to counter Ricochet. So that's the strikers. Acros have it with Edge. Showboats you wouldn't want to counter because it's a class disadvantage, but Warrior has a little bit of one, but I think there is Showboat, or not Showboat, I'm sorry, Powerhouse Kurt Angle also nerfs multiply gems. So if you're going against like a Harper or someone like that, Volkov, then you have the class advantage with your Showboat. That would be the one to run. Masters of the Universe Warrior, or I'm doing so well here. Or that other guy. That other unforgettable guy that I just said and now can't remember. Use him. Kurt Angle, Powerhouse. There we go. So you're going to want to have a counter for Ricochet because you're going to see a lot of them. You'll probably see some Mr. T. He's pretty rare though, so maybe not a ton of him. Booker T with his power gems, you're probably used to having to deal with him at this point, so you probably have a good idea of how to counter him, but you'll see a bunch of Booker T. I think you'll also in this slot see a lot of Z-Kane with his stun. So if a Z-Kane is decked out with the boss plate, you really should have an answer for that. So a turn 1 sub guy to slow him down maybe. So Slick Rick has a turn 1 sub, Fiend has a turn 1 sub, Eddie Guerrero, but I don't know if you can use Eddie. Nope, you can't because this is modern. So Eddie, that's out the door. So very few guys. You got Fiend and you got Slick Rick with that turn 1 sub at Showboat. I'm going to counter Z-Kane with Andrade, class advantage. I have the boss plate on my Andrade, so he can break. Here, I'll show you. And this is how I set him up. Is with Austin for more yellow gems, and Zombie Sasha for even more yellow gems on the starting board. So he pretty much always has 6 to destroy. So I start off and I destroy the 6 and then get those cross breaks going and do some pretty big damage. And with the class advantage and Fury medals, works pretty well. So that's my Zombie Kane counter. So I would try to look for counters for those guys. You might see some Andrade, Harper up in the top, and if they have multiply gem perks, the Harper, Volkov, NWO, Hitman, all could be rough. So the multi-gem coaches are going to be key. And just try and set up your best 5 and have counters to those problem guys. You know, normally we talk about Zombie Austin as being a counter guy. You don't have to worry about him this time. You're not going to be seeing Hogan and stuff like that. So key is going to be multi-gem coaches, and then try and get a counter for like Z-Canes, Dangos, you know, that kind of stuff. But yeah, other than that, guys, hope you found this information useful. I'm going to try to do a video on each of the feuds. It'll be a little bit harder with the other ones because the bonus won't be here to fill in, so I'll have to figure out a different way to present that. I'm going to try to do one on each of the 4. So, you know, be watching for those, and if you like this, like, subscribe, share. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Kind of a different one, not as maybe as in depth as I like to usually do. The lane bonuses are kind of weird, and the fills are kind of weird. So not my normal, not feeling my normal mojo here. So let me know in the comments what you thought. If I missed something, if I should have talked about something. Also, remember to check out the link for the GoFundMe for Nathan's family, as well as the video if you would like to do that. So thanks for watching, guys. Good luck out there.